All right, Lisa, thank you. 5:16 is the time. We do have an update on Hurricane Matthew right now. That storm is making its way east into the Atlantic Ocean this morning. At least 17 people are dead in the southeast, and thousands are still without power as Matthew makes his way out of town. And officials say flooding remains a huge concern for communities from North Florida through Georgia and South Carolina. CBS national correspondent Hannah Daniels is back with us again this morning with the latest on Matthew. And Hannah, we've read early reports that indicate that damage could be as high as $6 billion right now. So is that, do you think, higher or is it lower than what people were expecting before that storm hit the southeast last week?
Good morning, Rob. Well, life-threatening flooding continues in eastern North Carolina, inundated with record-breaking rainfall from Matthew. That's something, while government officials were warning residents, they weren't exactly prepared for financially. What remains of Matthew is now speeding east into the Atlantic after drenching the Carolinas this weekend with intense rain. Now, like you said, the storm is blamed for at least 17 deaths in the U.S. 5 people are still missing. In downtown Charleston, the waters have now receded, revealing the true extent of the damage from the once potent hurricane. And in Florida, recovery is just beginning, so that number may actually grow as people discover more and more of the damaged areas.
Well, we heard some reports last week, and it was very heated rhetoric, I guess. But one quote that we heard many times is some areas might be uninhabitable for months to come. Do you think that's the case, or was this storm not as potent as originally reported?
Well, this morning, the U.S. Coast Guard is helping rescue some of the thousands of people who were trapped in their homes and businesses. It will be days, if not weeks, before all evacuees can return home, if they have one to return to. Meanwhile, South Carolina's governor warns a death toll in her state could rise as search and rescue teams begin to check remote areas. Slightly more than 1 million people in Florida remain in the dark in the aftermath of Hurricane Matthew.
Right.
And again, North Carolina's streets are flooded, impassable. Many of the front lawns, I'm sure you've seen the video, are looking like lakes this morning.
Yeah, it's devastating and scary down there. The number at 17 right now with fatalities as a result of that storm. What are the biggest issues affecting volunteers and first responders as we begin a new week right now?
Well, it's a lot of the people who stayed home. Getting to them with these flooded streets are impassable are one of the biggest issues going on right now. Some of them, we mentioned in Florida, 1 million people don't have power. Just getting to these people and getting them out of these areas has proven to be very difficult for volunteers and first emergency responders.
All right, Hannah Daniels live with us in New York this morning. Thank you so much for being with us, Hannah. Well, we want to send it over to Lisa Teachman right now. Again, I felt like last week, Thursday, Friday, we were building toward this hurricane, and now it's already way out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. It's over, but people there just beginning the process of kind of digging out and trying to get their lives back to normal. Some people won't be able to return for months.
Yes.